Welcome to Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversation that includes respect for opinions, facts, and diversity. Spokane Talks is brought to you in part by McNeice Wheeler Attorneys, Ponderosa Republican Women, and Rana Paint.
Welcome to Spokane Talks. On tonight's episode, Stephanie Regalado will have an opportunity to sit down and discuss the gamut of womanhood. Then, Ken Sachs on Real Estate Talks will have an opportunity to talk about home renovation, followed by SparkCentral on Ed 101.
See you tomorrow night, and thanks again for taking care of the painting.
I got this.
Bye.
Weekends are made for painting. Let the experts at Rana Paint take care of you.
Hi. This looks amazing.
Rana Paint, over 80 years of quality, tradition, and trust. Find it in every can.
Hello, welcome to She Says. I'm your host, Stephanie Regalado, with my colleague and friend and sister in the world, Erin Meenach.
Hello.
Otherwise known as Mama Ocean.
Mama O.
Yes, for many years now. You've been Mama O.
Yes.
So we have there's been a lot of crazy turmoil and anger and vitriol in the world. Fortunately, our community has been doing amazing things. Yes. And it just so happens that this is the time of year when we celebrate the best of based on our readers. So it's subject to their voting ways. So our list, our part 2 is just coming out. Well, it is out in the October issue. And we have a huge party October 20th.
Yes. Saturday, October 20th at the Montvale Event Center. And this year's theme is Nights on Broadway.
Do you know what you're wearing?
I do not.
I don't either.
I hope that it's fabulous, though.
I'll know by the morning of the 20th or something like that.
I'm not nervous, but I need to find just the right thing.
Okay, so best radio hosts.
Mm-hmm. Dave, Ken, and Molly. And Dave and Ken.
Be there.
Molly has a conflict that evening. She may be joining us, party in progress. Dave and Ken will be doing our welcome ceremony and kickoff because we do not have an awards ceremony at the party because awards are delivered prior to. So awards have been being delivered over the last month plus. Yeah. They're still en route to some folks. Mm-hmm. So people have received their awards by the party. It's a celebration that all are welcome to come to.
Yes.
We have general admission tickets and VIP. VIPs are entitled to a swag bag to the first 100 through the door, and then we're having a champagne VIP reception from 6 to 7, and the rest of the party is from 7 to 11 p.m. Yeah. Headliners, Atari Ferrari, DJ Unifest will be there, and the downstairs Crystal Ballroom, because we're taking over 2 floors, and then we have a whole second ballroom that I'm calling the Cabaret Ballroom, and Jace Fogelman will be performing. Northwest Opera is another special guest, and Gigi Spot. So we have a lot going on, a couple of cash bars, as well as food and drink samples from the area's finest restaurants. And
a lot of them are on the best of list.
Absolutely.
Most of them, all of them.
All of the, I think we do have some that are, advertising partners.
Mm-hmm. But it's so fun. So many great people come out for the event.
So much fun.
We celebrate the best of 40. There are more than 400 listings on this list. It was over 100. It's 126 categories.
And then you've got gold, silver, bronze, and then gold for North Idaho.
Yes, exactly.
So 4 for each, which is why it's over 400, right?
Yes.
400 plus.
Some of them aren't in Idaho because they just don't.
It's a huge endeavor just to contact people and because I like to personally deliver my awards, not to mail them if possible. Sometimes it's hard to connect with people, but they're so excited. Even the bronze winners, it's delightful to deliver people's awards.
Anytime you're honoring the hard work of people and recognizing them, there's so many others to do as well, but we just pulled this together.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back to talk a little bit more about the best of our city.
The following is sponsored by our friends and community supporters at McNeice Wheeler Attorneys. McNeice Wheeler is a boutique law firm in Spokane, handling matters in both Washington and Idaho. Areas of law include business law, wills, trusts and estates, family law, personal injury and wrongful death, and real estate matters. For your full-service legal needs, contact McNeice Wheeler, Attorneys.
Welcome back to She Says. Stephanie Regalado, Erin Meenach.
Hello.
What can people expect as they arrive? Why would people want to come out to this event?
Well, this is our big red carpet soiree. So when you arrive at the Montvale Event Center, we have the red carpet right out front with paparazzi to take your picture. This year, our MC for the red carpet is Nova Kane. So in very much Joan Rivers style, we'll be interviewing people to find out who or what they're wearing, where they came up with their finery.
Ross. Yes. Ross. I'll have to come up with fancy names for
me. Yes. I love that.
I do the Devil Wears Ross.
I still want a shirt. I think we should make shirts. I think that'd be great. And then when they come in, there's a step and repeat. So another opportunity to be photographed.
Yes.
And then we have, like I say, 2 floors with the ballrooms on each floor. There are going to be some other special attractions. There will be a tarot reader on site. We have another photo booth that will be upstairs as well, so groups can get their picture taken, and it'll be uploadable to social media, so that'll be really fun, by our sponsor, Valenti Chiropractic, and have some terrific sponsors this year for the event as well. It takes a lot of people to put this thing together, and it's a huge, I mean, it goes from 7 to 11, 6 if you're a VIP, so tickets are very affordable. They're available on bozzytickets.com. But yeah, all the food and drink samples, and some people say, God, there was so much going on, I wasn't able to see it all.
Yes.
So we like to keep it nice and long too, so that people can come and explore and visit the different ballrooms and visit the different bars, and get to do some of the other activities too.
And one of the reasons why we removed the whole sit-down awards feature, because it's so hard to extract people out of conversations and merriment and their festive atmosphere, to have them sit in seats and watch people, team after team or human after human parade across the thing. So I appreciate that, because I'm one that's super hard to extract away from merriment. So, and
we're all winners, so everyone can come in. You don't have to have won an award to attend the party. It's a celebration of people behaving at their best and the finest that the city has to offer. And it's not the upper echelon. All are welcome. That's why we keep the tickets very affordable. Yeah. It's a great experience. It's a great reason to get dressed up. I know Ruby Suites and the Montvale Hotel are offering packages. So if you just mentioned that you're going to be attending the event, discounted room rates. Yeah. It's going to be a blast.
And it's fun because you soak in the inspiration of all that positive energy.
Yes.
And it makes you want to go out and continue that energy in all the things that you do as well.
Yeah.
We're wrapping it up. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks for listening. We hope to see you at the best of.
Next up, Renovation Home Loans with Drew Henry.
Ponderosa Republican Women is a club with members that come from every part of Spokane County. Although they differ in age, occupation, ethnic background, and cultural heritage, these women and many men stand together to promote government based on conservative principles, discover lifelong friendships, meet elected officials and candidates, hear challenging speakers, receive campaign training, and learn about the electoral process. Our meetings take place on the second Thursday of every month. Follow Ponderosa Republican Women on Facebook for more information.
Hi, Ken Sachs here, Real Estate Talks. My guest is Drew Henry here with Movement Mortgage. And we're talking about something that you may or may not have heard of before, renovation home loans. Drew, what the heck are renovation home loans, and why should I care if I'm a buyer or seller?
Yeah, well, you've got 2 ways of buying a home, right? You can go get pre-approved and look at the best available that's out there. Or we could dive right into HGTV, Chip and Joanna, and go find a house and make it your own. You can't change the location, but you can change anything else. You can go in, tear out a wall, put in some nice subway tile, hardwood floors, new appliances. You could really do anything inside these renovation loans and make it your own.
I could do that. I could also, as a buyer, with our inventory shortage that we have across the country, I may now have more properties I can look at, with the idea now that I can make improvements to maybe lower price properties I wasn't looking at. I can make improvements to those, finance the cost of those improvements, and thereby I have a kind of a bigger fishing net, if you will.
Yeah, it's opening up homes that were considered not financeable. Well, now they are, because that leaky roof or the cracked foundation or whatever's wrong with it, we can now go in and take care of. So it's opening up a ton of homes that you weren't previously looking at that now you can.
I love it. The other thing that I love is that we might find sellers who are more motivated than our turnkey homes, because those turnkey homes, depending on where you live, you're getting 5 multiple offers, you're getting 30 multiple offers, anywhere from 20, 30, 50% more than asking price. So these sellers with homes that need a lot of attention and a lot of love are watching these homes getting sold. Theirs are sitting there. They might be in a good spot to be more motivated for this buyer who now has this opportunity to, in essence, finance everything, the cost of the home and the repairs that are needed, all in one.
Yeah, so you want to go find a house that's turnkey, just dialed, and compete against 30 people, or do you want to find a house that's been on the market for 30, 60, 90 days that has no offers, that you can make nicer, way nicer than that first house, just with a little bit of work that you don't have to do? I'd rather personally go up against no competition, and I'll pick the finishings.
Sure. And the other thing I like about that, putting my buyer hat on, is when everything's said and done, new stuff. You got a new kitchen. If you're doing the kitchen, maybe you're finishing the basement. Maybe you needed a finished basement and you couldn't find any product out there with a finished basement, but hey, there's a couple with unfinished basements, and now you can finance that. So Renovation Home Loans, you guys. Ken Sachs Real Estate Talks. We'll be right back.
See you tomorrow night, and thanks again for taking care of the painting.
I got this.
Bye.
Weekends are made for painting. Let the experts at Rada Paint take care of you.
Hi. This looks amazing.
Rada Paint, over 80 years of quality, tradition, and trust. Find it in every can.
Welcome back. Ken Sachs here with Real Estate Talks. Again, my guest, Drew Henry with Movement Mortgage, and we've been talking about renovation home loans. So this sounds really exciting, sounds like a great opportunity, Drew, but let's be realistic. I am envisioning calling all of these contractors, not understanding what it is I'm asking them to do, getting a bunch of stuff I don't understand, having to verify a license, which I don't know how to do, a bond, I don't even know what that's for. I'm just picturing this labor-intensive process that I have to take on to redo the kitchen or finish my basement. I don't have time for it.
The reason that these are so good now compared to how they used to be back when they came out in the 70s is you only need one bid. It used to be that you needed 3 to 5 contractors to come out.
Right.
You can get as many bids as you want, but you only need one bid. We have those contractors that work with us that we trust, that we know, that we can refer out. But on a contractor side, you don't have to deal with any of it. The work's going to happen after closing, and you don't have to worry about going out and finding them if you don't want to. We have a lot of great contractors in town we can send your way.
Fantastic. So it's got to just be for a primary residence. I mean, is this something? Certainly I can't build an investment portfolio taking advantage of renovation home loans. It's not designed for that. That's not the intent. I can't do that, can I?
You can, and you can do it with as little as 15% down, which is really low for an investment property. You can even go in with 3 other investors. So 4 total investors, 15% down. We can do a conventional renovation loan where you could flip a house, and we could do 75% of the unimproved value in repairs, which is a lot. So flipping a home is definitely a really good option with these renovation loans.
So I can get a group of investors. We can identify properties that we want to flip, and 15%, which I think the last time I bought an investment property was 25% down, 15% down, and I can finance the flip costs in the house, flip it, make money. And I basically used you guys to make that happen?
Exactly. You don't have to do a home equity line of credit or a hard money lender. It can all be wrapped into the one mortgage.
Good grief. And we said earlier, VA, there's VA options, 100% to make the rehab costs in your home. So renovation home loans, folks, look into it. Drew Henry, Movement Mortgage, Ken Sachs, Real Estate Talks. Thanks for listening.
Next up on Ed 101, Erik Wolfrum will have an opportunity to sit down with SparkCentral and discuss creative learning opportunities in our community.
Ponderosa Republican Women is a club with members that come from every part of Spokane County. Although they differ in age, occupation, ethnic background, and cultural heritage, these women and many men stand together to promote government based on conservative principles, discover lifelong friendships, meet elected officials and candidates, hear challenging speakers, receive campaign training, and learn about the electoral process. Our meetings take place on the second Thursday of every month. Follow Ponderosa Republican Women on Facebook for more information.
And welcome to Education 101. I'm your host, Erik Wolfrum. Today we're going to be talking about the opportunity gap. How do we lessen it, but use creativity to lessen it? And with me today from SparkCentral, the executive director from SparkCentral, is Brooke Madsen. So, Brooke, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, talk to us a little bit about SparkCentral and maybe some of the ideas on how you're using creativity to actually lessen that opportunity gap.
Yeah. Well, we believe that everyone should have the opportunity to create the future that they imagine for themselves. And that is why we are a nonprofit that's dedicated to igniting creativity and breaking down barriers to creativity so that people can forge the future that they imagine. And we look at those barriers to creativity being cost, confidence, and access.
Right.
So we offer transformative programs, access to technology, and a welcoming creative community, all at no cost.
Which is amazing.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
is.
you. And we're able to do that because we have such great community support.
Really do. So let's talk. Where are you located? So SparkCentral.
Yeah, we are at 1214 West Summit Parkway in the Kendall Yards Business District of West Central. And anyone can stop by. We're open from Tuesday through Saturday from 12 to 7 p.m. Everyone is welcome.
Right.
All ages are welcome. We're very family friendly, and you can sign up for a membership, and it just takes 5 minutes, and then you have access to everything we offer.
Right. And you said sign up for a membership, but one of your barriers is that you're taking away is cost.
Yep.
So the cost is free, right?
Absolutely free. Yeah.
That's amazing.
All of our membership, youth programming, community events are all at no cost.
Okay. And along with that, you get all kinds of access. We were talking about the idea that there's books, there's computers, you have some VR stuff, which is only on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Right? But, only on Saturdays, remember that. But you do have all of those pieces, art sets. What are some of the other things that you guys have?
We have everything to get you. Our motto is go anywhere from here, and you really can, because we have computers, we have Lego Mindstorm robotics, iPads, coding software, we have art supplies, tons of books and resources on like writing and writing your own play, So really whatever your creative pursuit is, we probably have something that would support you in that.
Right. And with that, you guys have a lot of programs. But I tell you what, why don't we take a quick break and hear from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back to hear about the programs at SparkCentral. And welcome back to Education 101. Before the break, we were talking about SparkCentral and their mission, but also what are some of the programs that you guys have going on? Because you shared with us all the different cool things you have down there in Kendall Yards.
Yeah.
So what are some of the programs, putting all that stuff together into an actual program?
Yeah. So we have programs for all ages, though we are very famous for our youth programs, and our program calendar is constantly being updated at spark-central.org.
Okay.
So I would encourage people to go look at that. Some of the exciting ones we have coming up is we launch, starting October 8th, our Level Up Creativity program, which runs throughout the school year. And
is that an after-school program?
Yes. Okay. It's a drop-in after-school program from 3:30 to 5:30, Tuesday through Friday. There's a different creative activity every day.
Great.
We also have Sparkoween coming up on October 27th.
Yes.
And that is a very family-friendly drop-in event from 4 to 7 p.m., October 27th. Where we're going to have creative stations with different activities, and you earn candy as you trick-or-treat your way around our station.
Right, and along with Sparkoween, you also have different seasonal ones as seasonal activities,
yes.
right? So
and
again,
summer
to check out
camps.
that,
yeah. Every season, it's we have different camps and workshops and play shops. So. Our calendar is the best place to find all of that.
What are a couple others?
So we've got in Girls Rock Lab Jam session coming up November 10th for girls who are interested in becoming rock stars or rock musicians. November 10th, 10 a.m. You sign up online via our website. Okay. And then for adults or anyone really who likes to write, we have a silent writing party coming up with live classical guitarist Michael Milham. And so it's ages 12 plus. Just show up. We'll provide paper, pencils, and you can zip it and get a cup of tea and hunker down and begin writing for National Novel Writing Month.
And there's always opportunities for volunteering with you guys, right? Either come down to Kendall Yards, where you guys are at, which is address really quick?
1214 West Summit Parkway.
Wonderful. Brooke, thank you so much for being on the show today, and you can catch the rest of our full conversation at Education 101 on Spokane Talks Media.
Cindy Haval is a freelance columnist and correspondent for the Spokesman Review and author of War Bonds, Love Stories from the Greatest Generation. The view from her porch is usually sunny.
They called to me. They twinkled at me from the sales rack. They glittered. They sparkled. They shone. I hadn't planned on looking at shoes at my favorite neighborhood thrift store, but a beam of sunlight lit up the golden shoes. If angel choirs approve of 4-inch stiletto heels made by Fredericks of Hollywood, then they were singing hallelujah when I picked up those shoes. I slipped off my flip-flop and slipped on a shoe. Wobbling, I grabbed at a shelf for support. A sharp pain shot up my calf as I squeezed my toe into the narrow vise of the shoe. I repeated the process with the other shoe, and when I felt secure enough, I let go of the shelf and looked at my feet in the mirror. Trust me when I say my feet have never looked better. Even my usual grungy Saturday garb of t-shirt and yoga pants didn't diminish the splendid sexiness of those shoes. Taking them off, I saw the price on the barely worn beauties. Only $3.99. I couldn't. I shouldn't. But they were golden and gorgeous. I started to the checkout stand, and then I heard my mother's voice in my head. What do you have to go with those? Where will you wear them? You'll kill yourself wearing shoes like that. I replaced them and left the store empty-handed. At home, I took a shoe inventory. It didn't take long. I'm no Imelda Marcos. Brown clogs, black suede loafers, navy pumps with sensible heels. When had I become so boring? In college, I had a pair of black patent slides with 4-inch heels. When I danced in those shoes, boys wept, and not just when I stepped on their toes. What happened to them? And what about my silver sequined sandals? And then I remembered. When I was pregnant with my first child, my feet had swollen along with my belly, and I bought my first pair of sensible shoes, and thus a boring collection was born. I shut the closet door, and I shut my eyes for a quick nap. I dozed, but I dreamed I danced on golden shoes. And that's the glittery view from my front porch.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Spokane Talks. Please join us next week where we have an opportunity to sit down with renowned author John McClain in Missoula, Montana.
The following is sponsored by our friends and community supporters at McNeice Wheeler Attorneys. McNeice Wheeler is a boutique law firm in Spokane, handling matters in both Washington and Idaho. Areas of law include business law, wills, trusts and estates, family law, personal injury and wrongful death, and real estate matters. For your full-service legal needs, contact McNeice Wheeler, attorneys. Spokane Talks is about you. Give us your feedback and comments at info@SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Spokane Talks is brought to you in part by McNeice Wheeler Attorneys, Ponderosa Republican Women, and Rada Paint. We'll be back next week with additional news, views, and conversations. Please join us. So long for now.